type of beat that you can just walk down the street, just real cool though. And the weather's got to be like 78 degrees because you don't want to sweat while you walk into this. You just kind of like dance walk. That's what I would do. This is What the Floss, the Dental-ish podcast, and I am Carlos Rodriguez, your host, your comedian, dental hygienist, father, husband, brother, son, and dog walker, landscaper. I do it all, baby. I do it all. It is a long weekend, guys. I hope everybody has a lot of fun activities, or just take it easy. Do nothing. That's what. No, that's not what I'm doing. I got a lot of stuff to do, man. But this is part of it right here. Shooting another episode of What the Floss. And I got to apologize, man, but I haven't had anything to really talk about. Actually, I may have had stuff to talk about. I just didn't feel like talking about it. I didn't feel creative. The juices were not flowing. And just didn't feel like doing it, man. I might change the format of the show because this talking to a camera by myself thing is just getting old. I enjoy it. I like talking, but I don't know what the reaction is. I need another person in here. I'm going to start doing some interviews, maybe just get a co-host. We'll see how that goes. But last time I talked to you guys, I was going to RDH Under One Roof in Maryland, near DC. And it was fantastic. It's one of the largest meetings for dental hygienists in the country. And I had an awesome time. Got to network with a bunch of people. Saw some old friends, made some new friends. And overall, just a highly recommended if you're a hygienist and you haven't been, you really should check it out. It's going to be in Dallas next year. So please make plans. Go check that out. It was awesome. I was hanging out with a couple friends at his booth. I was with Elijah Desmond and Michelle RDH and Dana and Sandra, and you guys know who you are. And I met a guy who called in on the podcast, and the number for that is 256-743-5677. I got a hotline you can call, or it's 256-74-FLOSS. You see what I'm saying? What the Floss? Okay. So this guy Silvano, he's a male hygienist from Queens, calls up, and he liked one of my episodes where I was talking about a lady who found a tooth in a bag of cashews, which is super gross. So he shows up and he brings me a little bag of cashews. I didn't eat them. Sorry, brother. I don't know what you spent on them, but I'm not gonna eat some sketchy nuts. You know what I mean? Not because you had them, just because it's cashews. And that's really, like I said before, that's the redheaded stepchild of the nut community. And, what I did was, since I'm a genius and a planner, I planned, I bought a flight from Atlanta to DC, right? And then from Newark, New Jersey back to Atlanta with no real plans on how I was going to get from DC to Jersey. I was going up for the weekend to visit my folks. And, about one of the dumbest things I've ever done. And I figured I'd just rent a car or take a train or whatever, you know what I mean? And so Silvano volunteered to drive me. And I was like, dude, I can't ask you to do that, man. We just met. That's not cool. He goes, I got to go to New York City. I got to go past New Jersey to get there. As you know, it's not a problem. Well, that's very generous, man. I really, really appreciate it. And let me buy you some gas or, lunch or something, So, we did all that. And so I get in the car and you throw a bag in and, boom, off we go. So we were just hanging out, talking and about jokes and comedy. And, basically I was performing for like 3.5 hours. And then it occurred to me, I go, what if this dude's a serial killer? You know what I'm saying? But it was too late, man. I didn't have a picture of the license plate. My only saving grace is that I outweighed him by about 115 pounds. So I figured if something went down, I might be able to, to fend him off. But luckily, he dropped me off at my mom's and he, thanks for not murdering me, dude. So it was, I appreciate the ride, man. So if you ever come to Atlanta, dude, let me know. I was dozing off and he was like, dude, just take a nap. And I was like, no, I don't want to take a nap. I'm going to wake up in Delaware somewhere. You know, wake up in Rhode Island. I don't even know where that is. But no, thank you. I totally took a nap. You know, because sometimes you gotta roll those dice. You know what I'm saying? And what's life if you don't live it? Okay. So thanks, Silvano. Appreciate it, man. I get to my mom's house, and my brother comes and picks me up, and it's midnight, and by this point, and he wants to go get some breakfast. Okay, let's go get some breakfast. And my brother is about 6'3", nicest guy in the world, but he's got a lunatic beard. No other way to describe it, Danny. You know, you got to shave that thing, dude. I mean, it's just, it hung over his face like this. He looked like a wild lumberjack, like he carried a machete is what he looked like. It was ridiculous. I'm like, dude, you got to do something about that, man, because you're the nicest guy in the world, but you look freaking dangerous. Okay. I get to hang out with my dad, who is about to be 75. So he's getting up there, but the dude, he's retired, but he doesn't sit still. He's a crossing guard. So he works 2 hours in the morning and 2 in the afternoon. He has his little police uniform. He's got a stop sign on a stick, which he's super proud of. You know, he thinks that's, Captain America's shield is, if you ask him. But it keeps him off the streets, man. It gives him something to do, and he likes it. My mom is not as mature and super fun, but very religious. You know, little game I like to do is I like to pick at her and mess with her and ask her dumb questions till she gets frustrated and kind of sort of wants to cuss at me. She's like, Mira, I know what you're trying to do. It's not going to work, okay? Stop trying to make me say bad words. Ay, Dios mío. I'm like, Mom, I don't know what you're talking about. Mira, mira, not today, okay? Not today. I know exactly what you're trying to do. Sometimes you got to try to get, religious people to curse. So it's a game I like to play. It's not, is it wrong? Probably. But, it's just me and her in the house. So, she doesn't do it, but she kind of sort of wants to, I just had a birthday, man. I just turned 49. It just sounds so adult. It sounds too grown for me to act the way that I do. I think life's too short, man. You got to have fun. And I'm always joking around. I never turn it off. And that's not going to stop. I'm going to keep doing it the way I want to do it. I had a great time. My wife took me to Florida. We went down for a long weekend and slept in, hit the beach, ate a ton of shrimp. That's my thing. And then we went to go see the movie The Megalodon, The Meg, with Jason Statham, about a gigantic shark eating people at a beach. I'm like, this is the worst movie that we can possibly see while we're in Florida. What are we doing? She's like, it's not a real thing. Sharks are real, man. And underwater to a shark, I look delicious. I don't need this in my life, So the following day, I'm like, I'm not getting in the water. If it's deeper than knee deep, I'm not going in. The water is real calm. I'm looking for fins, I'm sitting in the sand. I had my legs in the water splashing. I had my water wings on and a little hat and a bunch of sunblock. And I'm like, well, you can go, risk your life if you want to, but I'm not getting in the water, because she's skinny, she's slim. She's going to taste, a shark looks at her and is going to be like, this lady probably tastes like kale and vitamins. And he's going to look at me and be like, I want some of this Puerto Rican barbecue because I probably taste like garlic and cilantro. Okay. On land, she wins. In the water, I'm more delicious. That's just science. Oh, unbelievable. Jason Statham. He's diving in there with sharks, putting little tracker things on them. These movies are so over the top. And Jason Statham, the guy doesn't age. He looks the same in every movie. Shaved head and got the 5 o'clock shadow. It's the same look in every movie. He's driving a getaway car. Shaved head, 5 o'clock shadow. He's fighting swords in medieval England. Same look. He's jumping out of an airplane. He's killing people. He's a spy. Whatever. It's the same guy. But he's fun to watch. So Jason Statham, keep doing your thing, bro. We went to go see Mission Impossible, that was fantastic. Had Tom Cruise and Superman. Yes, we're doing the What the Floss movie reviews where I talk about the actors in these movies, and I don't call them by their names. I call them by the character that I remember them the most. Not the ones they're most famous for, the one I remember them the most for. So Henry Cavill, I don't know who that is. I know who Superman is, okay? And he was in it with Tom Cruise, and they were fighting, and it was awesome. The movie was, again, over the top, super ridiculous, non-stop. It was, if you like that kind of thing, go check it out. That was Tom Cruise and Superman. Last week we went to a farmer's market. Haven't done that in years. You know, I don't go to supermarkets. I have no idea where anything is in a supermarket. Like if, you know, my wife took a 2-month vacation, I wouldn't know. I would starve to death. Not really, but I'd go to Waffle House. But I wouldn't have any groceries in the house. And they had some interesting vegetables from all over the world, you know. And they had something called pink-eyed peas. I never heard of something like that. She's like, you want to get some? No, thanks. It sounds contagious. She was like, don't be silly. It's like black-eyed peas, but pink. And I'm like, pink eye? No, thank you. I'm good. I don't need any conjunctivitis vegetables. Conjunctive vegetables, okay? No one needs that. I'm going to the Smiles at Sea. I'll be at the Smiles at Sea, cruise to Cozumel. Again, got to go to Cozumel again in 2 weeks. So we're doing that. The week after that, I'm going to Utah for a couple days to talk to the Dental Intel guys. Last weekend, I was in Nashville with Tracy Butler and Cheryl Wright Frazier and a bunch of, fantastic people that do implants. They treatment plan and coordinate the whole dental implant process. And so they had me out there telling some jokes, and very, very cool. Nashville's a cool city. But I noticed that, I don't know if you've ever been, that everybody in this city is 35 years or younger. There's no adults there. Well, you know what I'm saying? Like, people my age, 49. It's all 35-year-old people or younger. Everybody's looks like they just got out of college like 2-3 years ago. People jogging. And I'm like, where are all the parents and grandparents? Where's everybody at? Everybody was young. So maybe, I don't know if that was just a part of town that I was in, but it was a little intimidating. I'm not going to lie to you. So, there was dudes jogging with their shirts off, and I'm like, hey, when in Rome, you know what I'm saying? No, I didn't do that. That would have been gross. So that's pretty much it for me, guys. Again, call the hotline, 256-743-5677. What the Floss. Check it out. Share, comment, like, subscribe, whatever. You don't even have to watch them. Dude, just watch this one and subscribe and never watch another one if you don't want to. But I'm going to have some more stuff coming out. So, and I have a little business that I'm trying to work on that I think is going to be pretty awesome. So stay tuned for that. I'm still hammering out the details. But guys, thank you so much. Have a great night, and happy September. Take care, guys. Be good.